I mean, we could, but that'd cost us money.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we do that?
Because we might not be able to call the library from the convener.
I mean, he just said that we could, but...
Or we might have files on Billy Machine. Oh yeah, it looks like we can get around down here.
Yep. Oh, looks like we can get around here? Nope, can't get there yet.
Ooh, green spot.
Oh, there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, we'll come back for that area there, I guess.
Oh, that's the payphone.
Oh, we just been there?
Yeah.
Bars covering long, dusty windows. Perception, hearing. The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been here like this for 40 years. Try to see inside. Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside? Point at the windows. I'll try to see. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is shadow of a collapsing staircase. Visual calculus, medium success. There's rust and corrosion on the bars, they're foaming with it. Small layer of white salt from the sea. Can you see what's inside? Kim, no, he shakes his head. The windows rattle in their frames. I won't even try. You know, he takes his glasses off. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad. You can still shoot, though, right? Kim, well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10. Okay, good to know.
Somebody alive! Huzzah!
Yeah, and like with a child, even.
Somebody continuing on life! Huzzah!
Felled mural. You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage is peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Felled Electrical R&D. Let's talk to this guy. Who the fuck are you? What are you doing here?
And me, Kyle. Notice the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
Blonde man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You, officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez. I'm Trant Heidelstein. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Why the fuck does he know Kim?
Nice to meet you.
The lieutenant nods. Hold on, hypertext? What was that about the windows? You and Kim know each other?
I want to know what that was about the windows. Also...
Oh, yes. So, me, Kyle. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago, so they didn't have windows on the south wall. Yes, hypertext. Jan Karp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
Alrighty then.
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Me, Kyle. Say hi to the officers.
This man sounds robotic.
I was about to say that.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed colouring book.
Me, Kyle's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting, really, into worms lately.
Drama, easy success. The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
I assume you're not here for giant worms, when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building at the end. That's pretty cool, medium success. This man is your half-brother, you feel it, but why? Encyclopedia, medium success. Wow, get a load of this guy! He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, and a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries. What's so fascinating about an old building? You look like someone who has money. Do you have any money? Great, thank you for all the interesting... do you have money? Trent Heidelstein. I do have some money, yes, but that's not what is really important here.
He is fucking loaded then.
He brushes it off like it's not a thing at all. Rhetoric, medium success. No, I mean, come on, you need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some. Could I have some of that unimportant money then? I don't want your money. I just wanted to see if my profiling skills working. Yeah, this is what, whenever anyone's like, X is not a large amount of money, I always am like, cool, can I have X money right now then? And they always say no, because they're always fucking lying to me. Trant has, oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms. He looks uncomfortable, his left hand squeezing his son's shoulder. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him and around lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions. I hope I'm nailing his late weird cadence. Physical instrument, easy success. Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out? By the way, do you work out? Trunt. I do love Lo Man Fang stick fighting now and then. Encyclopedia, medium success. Lo Man Fang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the Isle of Lo Man Fang. It uses slender wooden sticks for confronting the opponent. A form of martial arts from the Lo Man Fang, right? I'm not really interested in the practice. I just want to know how often you work out. Now, then, that's what, like once a week? Sure, let's ask him about how much he does. Tron. Lo Man Fang stick fighting is a little like Pyrrholidon addiction, he explains with a little smile. I've been practicing it for nearly 20 years now, and so you could say that my doses have grown a little peculiar.
Like your voice.
Empathy, medium success. Wait, what does this man know about Pyrrholidon addiction? Hold on, Pyrrholidon addiction? What an interesting metaphor, study his face. Or perhaps not a metaphor at all.
Oh, not
So what is it, twice a week then? Every other day? Man, it is difficult to stay on the right topic with you. I'm gonna push him on that shit. Tron, you've got me, detective, he chuckles before a shadow takes hold of his face. But my history should hardly come as a surprise. Mikhail Heilstam. Suddenly little Mikhail opens his mouth. Dad's fighting with sticks every night after dinner for 4 hours. He has a special room for that. And a special costume. Well, let's hope he's fighting, huh? Trant, that's right, Mikhail. Trant grabs his kid into a single-handed embrace. Happy to change the subject. It also has a meditative quality. Helps clear my mind. But anyway, he says, swaying with his hand. What's so fascinating about the building? Trant. Aha, but it's not just any empty old building. He raises his hand to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All 4 of you turn to admire the mural before you. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical, and Feld, which now sells ink cartridges, mostly, was once a top dog in the turn of the century cybernetics boom. Look at the building. I don't think I've ever heard of it. Let's look at the building. Looks old and withered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on the broken windowsill. I don't think I've heard of it. Trant. That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. He adjusts his suit jacket. They started out as a Midway electronics outfit in Koningstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Rivicol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. He gestures towards the building. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? He grins. I'm mixing my metaphors here. What was that ace? Very interesting, let's get back to this later. What was the ace? Trant. It was here, in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for he pauses for effect, tape computer.
Madness will never catch on.
A tape computer? Trant. Mm-hmm. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bringing them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Ream, ICN, and ZAM, haven't achieved yet. He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced. What happened? Trant Huddleston. Indeed, what? Mikhail. The revolution? The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve. Trant, he nods. Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Rivicol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Oh, interesting. Now we actually... The Weird Robot Man is giving us good backstory.
Yeah, it's kind of fascinating.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk? Look under your feet. What happened to the engineers, company people? What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers? How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers? I wanted to ask something else.
I mean, I want to ask all of this.
Alright, well, we'll ask in order then. Tron. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
They're talking about a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I mean, just calling it a pleasure wheel.
Kim, a pleasure wheel. The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky. Empathy, meeting success. Perhaps reminded of childhood memory? It's clear he would prefer if there were a big wheel lighting up the coast. Trant. Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics, but history had other plans.
Oh, didn't the tourist brochure have one of those, like, on it somewhere?
Might have. We can check it out later. What happened to the engineers? Trant. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. He smiled again, as if he's somehow personally responsible for this bleak turn of events. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers, rhetoric medium success, he means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were the bourgeois. Turn to Mikhail. He means they all got shot in the head because they were bourgeois. Now, do you know what the bourgeois is? Tape computers. Right now, we're going to initiate this child. Tron, officer, he sounds disappointed. I told you, this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid friendly.
I bet Mikhail finds it interesting.
Mikhail, the boy looks first at you, then back to his father, confused. What do the revolutionaries do with the tape computers? Trant, they use them for military communications, he says, while his son looks up, idly chewing on the corner of his worm-themed colouring book, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious being the Le Décret de Mars. What was that? Trant. What's the March Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Rivacol on the 7th of March in the year 02. Encyclopedia, medium success. A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia. Trant. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Rivacol on her political concept album, Bons Bazaars de Insolinde. You should read it. Every local library in Rivacol stocks a copy of the decree. Well,
which
maybe
we can get out, because we've got a library card now.
That's true. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. He looked at his son, who starts giggling, his face hidden behind the book. Oh, well, tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
You said you tried to twice.
Well,
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it.
Tried to. Tried
I
to.
mean, he said Orwell tried to. It's
yeah,
like,
as in he tried to do it, oh, he tried. You
yeah.
know, as an emphasis on the tried.
Yeah, like you could have just cut out the Orwell.
Yeah, but he's a human person, not an actual robot, despite the fact that he talks like one.
Yep.
How do those tape computers work? Do they work like modern, actual, real-world computers?
Those radio computers gotta work somehow.
No, he's saying, do they work like the radio computers, or do they work... Because tape computers are the things that we had that used to, you know, take up an entire room, etc.,
yeah,
reel-to-reel.
I know.
Yeah.
My mom had a tape computer when they became personal computers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tron, actually, no one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like.
Entirely of tape, no.
But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking, turn-of-the-century hardware. He raises his finger, remembering something. Encyclopedia, medium success. Buckle up!
Oh no!
Tron, 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center in Fredfort. What the fuck?
I have to
Orange.
give him credit for that.
That's like the most fucking British sounding phrase I've ever heard. Wompty-Dompty-Dom. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ackerman, who was the head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Joost joined the team, trying to... Reaction speed, easy success. Wait, did he just say Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center?
Thank you, reaction speed.
Suggestion, easy success. He said it! He said Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center like it's the most natural thing in the world! Encyclopedia, easy success. What the hell is a Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Joost? Once again, Encyclopedia, it's not my job to answer your questions. It's your job to answer my questions. This is how this works. Get it together. Okay, the Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center, Paul Ackerman, Keith and Guy Joost. What are you talking about? Okay, back to... Where were we? Tape computers, I think? Yeah, let's inquire.
Go on a lot of tangents here.
Trant, the Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center for Contemporary Arts. There it is again, those words. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ackerman, chose to... You're making this up, turned to the lieutenant. Kim, is he making this up? Come on, there's no place called the Wompty-Dompty. I like how both options are to call this bullshit. Both options.
Do we want to bring Kim into this?
I'm going to bring Kim into it. Fort Gain, Wompty-Dompty-Dom. What? No! Why? What is this? What are you doing to me, Kim?
The Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center calls you, Daniel.
You want to fill your head with like 1 level's worth of space for the Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center? Are you shitting me now?
I want to know what it says once we get out of this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Trant, I'm not. The Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center, he says casually. No, he says nothing casually. Is a place you can visit if you're ever in Bradford and are ever in the market for an exhibition piece / contemporary art research center.
Exhibition space.
What did I say?
Peace.
Ah, he clears his throat. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Sounds like more like a magnifying glass.
Conceptualization medium success. Made of black film and folding tape structures. Nod, cool. Pfft, I've seen cooler things than that. The RCM should get some of those. I've seen cooler things. Trant, I certainly haven't. He shakes his head. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The failed playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07. Wait, failed playback experiment? Why did the revolutionaries destroy it? I mean, does that ring a bell? Trant. Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the failed playback experience, but those are incorrect. Why'd they destroy it? Trant. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now, all 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building. He takes a step back, the boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind. I wanted to ask something else. Trant, but of course, what else? He smiles and ruffles the kid's head. Apparently I have more to ask about the Feld building?
Nope.
No, I don't. Thanks for all the interesting information. I'm going away. Trant, no, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation, indeed.
Is that what he's calling it these days?
Rhetoric, medium success. Pick your brain? If anything, this is rather one-sided. He did all the talking. Whatever. Okay, what the fuck? Where are we?
Wompty-Dompty-Dom Center's at the bottom.
Temporary research bonus, -1 suggestion. Outsider. Research time, only 42 minutes. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building. Sipping wine and exchanging opinions, 29-year-old Wonderkins twins, Guy and Keith Joost, are the stars of the show, with their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wompty-Dompty-Dom is... coolest of the event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where are you? If
feels like there should be a
feels like there should be more here, but I can't scroll, so I guess that's all the information we're gonna get off of there, huh?
Yep.
Now let's look what's in this box.
Indeed, and why that mural is so tangibly attracting.
Oh, we already checked that out.
Ooh, more things to pry bar open.
I know, right? Run in front of this guy and his kid.
Yep.
Fence blocks the path. No way on from here. Oh, what a shame.
Oh well, we've got a crowbar. Have crowbar, we'll travel.
I mean, I could always bolt cutter the fence, right?
Sure. Money, lots of money.
And drugs.
Overfed.
Alright, well that's not interactable, so we aren't actually able to bolt cutter it, even though I should be able to. Let's go back, shall we?
Game logic. Now we go down.
Can we go down this way?
Don't think so.
You're wrong. We can.
Oh, I said have. I thought you said have we, and I was like, I don't think we've gone down this way.
Nope,
I
said,
misheard.
Can we? Okay. Oh, this might be the husband here.
Ooh.
We might have found him. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. Yeah, this has got to be the guy, right? And his butto over there.
And his butto. Kim just walked right over that
Here
cage.
we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
He's Australian!
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some knitting. Seems like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Oh, the police. Hello, officer.
Is that the police? Why's the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morrill, the cryptozoologist, I presume. Rhetoric, medium success. That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance. You don't seem to be too happy to see the RCM. Lena sent me. She's very worried about you and is waiting for you to get back. I'm going to just go to cut to the
Yeah,
chase.
of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Encyclopedia, challenging success. The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass. Not like walking over a nice water lock. Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage. It's fixed now. You can go back. The water lock's fixed. It was fine when I crossed it with all those.
I mean, no.
Let's withhold. Let's
but-
withhold it.
Good. We should really be getting back. Gaddy could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gaddy, we can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refastens a bit of knitting that has come loose in the wind. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for. Tell me about these traps. Lena seems pretty eager for you to return. How do you become a cryptozoologist? Let's say Lena's eager. Morale. And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we've finished these traps. He looks south, where Lena would be. My wife understands that just as well as anyone. Gary. The crypto-fascist. Come on, Morrow, we've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back. Morrow. And leave the traps? Absolutely not, he yells in response. I won't let Lena down. Gary. Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch red crabs if we don't dry out soon. Empathy, medium success. Won't let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow. Didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena. Come on, you're doing this for yourself, not her. I'll be like, I didn't know it was important to her. Morale. Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting on record. One of only 4 of the century and it's hers. Really? She sighted the phasmid. She didn't tell me that. Moral. Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine, he coughs and then continues. Inland Empire, medium success. Needless to say, you must ask about the mysterious phasmidoid. Morale. Suffice to say, it's been our dream to find proof of the Insulinian phasmid together. I can't abandon this course now, and have a cough. Into his fist this time. Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back, check the traps later? You should just give up on this bug hunt. Okay, I understand. Don't give up on. I don't give up on things either. I'll
Maybe
suggest
you should warm up, yeah.
Moral. No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea in the hostel? Volition, easy success. He's dead set on this. Interfacing, medium success. I could go for some trap setting. What if I check the traps for you?
God damn it.
Morale, he looks at you with obvious surprise. I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar. Chaos is my method. I am its scion. I'm all in with this cryptid shook. I'm hooked. I'm going to take that one. Morale, caught the bug, I see, he cracks a unwieldy smile. It's easier to get caught up in the search than you'd imagine. Where are these traps? What do I do if there's a phasm in one of the traps? What if I encounter a phasm in the wild? Where are the traps? Moral. There are 4 in total. One to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. Points south. It's very near. Another we set at Land's End to the northeast. There's a small sand dune on there, on your way over the radio tower. To the radio tower, after the church. Must have passed it by.
Maybe it's just above the church.
The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. Big thicket of reeds going up the slope, among them, he gestures to the trap in front of him. You should check at least one of these before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe than stupid and sorry. What do I do if there is one? Moral. Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight. Drama, medium success. He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself. What if I encounter the phasm in the wild? Moral. That's highly unlikely, officer, but in the event you do, he takes out a small white spray can. I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromones should attract the the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week. Lay it on me. Lay it on me, Fick. Present your armpit. I don't want this, thank you very much. Yeah, sure. Lay it on me. He douses you with the odd-smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied nod. Kim, the lieutenant, wrinkles his nose. I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious, like holy water. Moral. It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research. He looks at the lieutenant with disdain, then puts the spray back in his pocket. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Kim. Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the Whirling. Empathy. Medium success. Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance. Gary. Finally! Someone's talking sense! Moral. Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it. Rhetoric. Easy success. If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. Inland Empire. Easy success. But what if the information is vital on the hunt? Okay. How did you become a cryptozoologist? Moral. I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both. You're living your childhood dream out here. Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too. Have you ever discovered a cryptid? Thanks for explaining that. Well, let's ask him if he's ever discovered one. Moral. No, very few cryptids are ever discovered. Not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid. Ugh. I mean, in the real world, there have been cryptids that did get discovered, like the giant squid.
Oh yeah, look at that one.
People thought it was a myth for the longest time. Then they found him.
Yep.
So, how many cryptids have been found? Moral. Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chimney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
Which is actually good.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries, the rest are still in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
I actually appreciate that they have a confirmed hoax section. That's way more than most people would do.
Excuse me?
It's like, yeah, that means your proper science. You're like willing to say, yeah, that was wrong.
That was a hoax. Only 2 have been proven real. Moral. Yes. The Chautauquan forest pygmy who turned... Oh, that's right. Those exist in real life too, or did. He turned out to be an extinct species of primate. Same diff in real life. And a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is honestly quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. Most cryptids are hoaxes, or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching. 2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%. I don't even know what to say. That's a small number of discoveries. Well, there's not that much to say, so... Yeah. I guess I'll go for the lower one. Morale. Do you know what the success rate is in pharmacological research? 0.00003% of bioreactive agents have reproducibly beneficial success effects. Yet, science persists in the search for medicine. as we persist in our search for new species. Logic, medium success. He's clearly done his math on this. There's no surprising him or swaying his opinion. Alright, I guess... I mean, we're kind of good for both of these, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's having fun.
He's having a good time. None of these bug me. I will ask him about the phasmid, though.
Itself, yeah.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in reeds laying traps for it. What makes it so difficult to find? How big is the phasmid? Why are you so interested in the stick bug? Aren't there more sensational animals out there? Ah, right, it's a stick bug.
Yeah,
I forgot.
yeah.
How big is it? Morale. I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid called the Megaphasmodia zoensis is about the same size of a grown man's forearm, so he leaves the conclusion up to you. Yeah, that's something that could conceivably exist, frankly.
Yep.
Physical instrument. Medium success. Seems puny, to be honest. I mean, cool.
I mean, what makes it difficult to find? It's a camouflage insect. That's what they do.
What have you discovered about it so far? Moral. Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
Not second-hand accounts?
So no one's ever found one. Moral. Not yet. He holds up an index finger. That's what makes it a cryptid. Kim. The lieutenant interjects. Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real? Moral. I know it's real, the cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough that he even seems taken aback by it. Rhetoric, medium success. It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement. Moral. By which I mean, he says, gathering himself, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition. Lena said there was a sighting of it here in Martinez. Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out? I'm going to say Lena saw it. Moral. Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
I wonder if it was those guys.
I hope not.
Yeah, me too.
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for the species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore. Maybe they died out? Moral. The cryptozoologist shakes his head vigorously. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Oh, cool.
Encyclopedia. Medium success. He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive. It's pretty clever. Females reproducing without males? A travesty. A crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me.
That's pretty clever girls.
Exactly. Moral. Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I try to my best to remain dispassionate. What about the traps? I should know them if I'm going to be checking them.
Yep.
Moral. Well, he points at the cage mesh wiring on the ground. They may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick. Lena designed the traps? How do the traps work? What are you using as bait? Let me ask you something else.
I'm surprised she designed them.
Yes, he says with some pride.
Huh, I was expecting more out of that.
How do they work? Moral. Simple. Attracted by the locusts, phasmid crawls down the funnel and, after eating its fill, can't get back out. At least that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution. But we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton. What are you using as bait? Locust.
Yep.
He gestures towards the trap. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course, but we've hypothesized the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects. Perception, sight, easy success. Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny chittering swarm. Logic, medium success. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely. Carnivorous stick insect? Seems unlikely. What will you do if the traps don't work? Yeah, that does seem unlikely, actually. Moral, thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism. Hey man, that's just how stick insects normally are.
Actually, I thought they were, like, pretty carnivorous.
No, the camouflage is just to stop them getting eaten by birds. You're thinking of the praying mantises that look like sticks.
Yeah.
They're not related.
Well, could this be a praying mantis species? I mean...
Well, then it wouldn't be a stick insect.
But we're going off the fact that it looks like a stick for it being a stick insect. There's no reason it couldn't be a stick insect.
I'm just saying, man, that's a different kind of insect.
Okay.
What will you do if they don't work? Morale. They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought. Oh, that's why there's locusts then.
Okay, yeah.
Interfacing medium success, the traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing. Alrighty, let's talk about specific cryptids. Moral, he eyes you skeptically. Alright, what cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what. Rhetoric, easy success. We would have to discuss, he wants to say it, but he decides against it since you offered to help. Suggestion, easy success. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He won't just talk. Just tell me about a cool cryptid. Any cryptid. Enough tales then, let's change the subject.
We might have to do that because we don't know a specific one at the moment.
Alright, well, we'll leave and we're leveling up because we basically completed that quest.
Yeah, 70 XP for that.
So, yeah, we got a bunch of traps to check.
And
now we can up our logic.
I was about to say, yeah, we wanted logic.
Where are you, logic? You're over here, and you can actually be leveled up a bunch.
Oh.
So let's level you up once, shall we? Alright, so let's check out the last of this.
And talk to Gary.
Soggy log, smell of ignition fluid. They still won't light up. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean. People are starting to think, waking up. Ooh, there's a can.
Yeah.
These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling. Okay, what do you got to say for yourself, Gary?
Hello, I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Oh, jeez, racist man.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Logic, medium success. Yellow man? Interesting. This is something to ask him about after a little probing
I'm
first.
waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a great lover of the area outdoors?
Just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Drama, medium success. Degenerates! This man respects authority too much to see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue. I'm neither of those things, I can assure you. I'm a by-the-books, clean as a whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants. Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk. Or a degenerate. Maybe both. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink. Fuck it, we'll lie to this guy. Drama told me to.
Tempted on occasion, but someone has to stay strong for Revocall.
His gaze shifts to the pile of soggy logs at his feet. Rhetoric, easy success. He pronounces Revocall with a hard K, unlike most people. Do you say Revocall? That's funny, that's how I've been saying it the whole time. You know anything about the hangman behind the whirling in rags? Is this your mug? I will hold the yellow man mug. Are you a cryptozoologist too? You were surprised to see my colleague Kitsuragi. I'm going to hold up the mug.
Yeah.
It's mug time. Gary, my mug? Why would you think that? You said yellow man. That's not something many people around go around saying. Seemed as if you were calling to it longingly when you cried, Yellow Man. I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes. Oh, I'm tempted to do this one.
Yeah.
Gary. Oh no, that's not... Why would I be calling to my broken mug? Still seems a bit suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching? Alright, I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer.
Yeah, lean on him!
Gary. Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have. I'm very sorry, officer. He pauses. You're not going to fine me, are you? I am. Rip out a fine slip for 20 real. I am. Rip out for 100 real. I am. Rip out fine for 250 real. The maximum. Nah, I just want information.
20 real.
He accepts the slip of copy paper with a bow. Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I know what got me in. Don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property. I've been having trouble with work lately. The Codgecos are price dumping us out of competition. Morale, what do you do, Gary? Gary, nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law. How did you get into the trash container? Gary, did you put the clothes of the murder victim, man who was hanged behind the whirling and rags, into that trash container? I'm going to ask him how he got in there,
Yeah, because if he did it, then, we can pin him to it rather than...
Gary, I know a guy who works at the Trash Collecting Services, CS Municipal. Gave me a master key for the trash containers at Martinez. Why would you need to get into everyone's trash? Gary, so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff, he says, bowing shamefully like a fallen knight. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. This man is very racist.
Yep.
I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. Shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Should have found him more.
Maybe. Kim, disgraced? The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and looks up. No need for histrionics, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container. Reaction speed. Easy success. He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer. Gary, did you put the clothes of the murder victim into that trash container? Gary, officer, please. He raises both hands. Let me explain. It's not like that. Do. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes laying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know. Yes, what happened? Gary, then I came out to clean out the rags because there was no one else would. Then I put them in the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug. Admittedly, he changes his mind mid-sentence. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too. Kim, right, it was just civic duty, the lieutenant remarks drolly. Gary, exactly, that's exactly what it was, civic duty. Hold up, man, I'm gonna need to get a drink because I'm already thirsting up here.
I am thirsting up as well, and also, like, itching up. Oh, really? Like, a patch of eczema on my ankle is driving me mad. Be right back, guys. We thirsting up hard.
Alright then, I'll leave that on for you. Just gonna wait for Philippa to get back. In the meantime, how is everyone? I can't actually see any of your responses. Unless I steal it. No one's watching.
No one's watching.
God damn.
Okay, got the itchy cream.
But you free-stooged us.
It was worth it. Yeah, not even keeper of balance. There's been some popping in and out, but
what a shame.
Yep.
You think there'd be more people watching, given the circumstances?
Yeah.
Wouldn't know anything about the victim using armor, would you? Gary, armor? No, he changes his mind. I mean, yes, of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it. Drama, medium success. An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
Oh, damn, maybe we shouldn't have found him.
Let's move on for now. Gary, I hope I could help your investigation in any small way. He's visibly relieved it's over. Composure, legendary, 14. Why is he shifting around like that? 28%, let's find it out. Nah, we failed.
Oh.
Is he? He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads? Sounded like beads. What kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes? Gary, are you cross-dressing by any chance?
No, I think Gary's wearing a missing piece of armor.
Yeah, probably. Are those prayer beads I keep hearing? Are you currently sporting some anal beads?
Yes!
Kim, the lieutenant leans in confidently. You wouldn't be able to hear it if we were wearing anal beads, he whispers. Please excuse my colleague's humour. Working this case is taking a toll on us both. You don't quite have to answer that, yet. Rhetoric, medium success. What he means is working on the case is taking a toll on you, and working with you is taking a toll on him.
We appreciate you, Kim.
Gary, of course. He forces a grin, no doubt hiding some colossal anal beads up his butt as he does so. You said Rivicol? Gary, I like to pronounce it the hard way, the old way, the Vespertine way, he nods solemnly. Suggestion, easy success. He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message. It's inviting you to mispronounce it too? Perhaps? It's odd. I'm still going to keep pronouncing it the way I want to pronounce it. You're not going to goad me into not. Alright, you're surprised to see Kitsuragi. Gary, not many soulates here, or anywhere other than Seoul. I mean, no offense, truly. Do you have a problem with soulates? The lieutenant is a native of Rivicol. Yes, what are they doing in that soul of theirs? Scheming? He's a native of Rivicol. Gary, oh yes, of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. He flashes.
Jeez, that's racist.
Urban. He flashes an impenetrable smile. Let's change the subject, okay? Yeah, sure. I mean, let's ask about the cryptozoology then. Gary, no, I help Moral with research sometimes and have learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go on picnics like this on my own. Oh, okay. Well, do you know anything about the man? Gary, I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that. He shifts uncomfortably in his clothes. Drama, medium success. Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though. Something else. Yeah, he's definitely got some of that shit.
Yeah, those anal beads are pretty...
Oh, what was this?
I can't remember.
Oh, remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or if they run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt? Or, my personal favorite, frequency something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have the Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, there are so the armor pieces on you. +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in the T500 armor.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Cool then, we'll not forget that right now. Yeah, so we've got that, like, big check we didn't make against that motherfucker.